Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel.
In today's video, we're back at Universal Studios in Hollywood, California, where we'll be taking a self-guided culinary tour, so to speak, as we taste and rank the park's most iconic food and beverages.
We all know that theme park food comes with a high price tag, and sometimes it just doesn't feel worth it to be shelling out your hard-earned dollary dues on some gimmicky treat that you might end up hating. So let us save you the guesswork and do the tasting for you instead.
So join us as we show you all of Universal Studios Hollywood's most popular, talked about viral food and beverages, all while providing you with our honest thoughts and opinions on what we think is an absolute smash and what's better left as a pass.
Don't go anywhere because we've got a lot to eat on today's episode of James and Paul Try It All.
Today's video is brought to you by our cat, Lucifer. Lucifer says that if you like videos about product taste tests, restaurant reviews, and recipe videos, then you should subscribe to the channel. Have you done it yet? Good. Don't forget to hit that like button too. Now, on with the video.
Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
We're definitely gonna have to come with that.
Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to come back when this thing opens.
Springfield.
As Simpsons fans.
As Simpsons mega fans that can literally quote 90% of the episodes.
Yeah.
Paul and I are such Simpsons mega fans that we just randomly say random quotes to each other when we walk into the room and we know which episode we're talking about.
Extended warranty, how can I lose?
You heard the monkey, make the trade. All right, guys, kicking off our reviews and rankings of some of the most iconic food stuffs here at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're gonna check out Lard Lad Donuts, one of our personal favorites, and get a big donut. Let's get one. Okie dokie, guys, we have sat down here at Lard Lad Donuts with our big pink sprinkle donut, the classic Homer Simpson style donut.
It's such a big donut.
Yes, oh my God. I'm always genuinely surprised how much I like the donuts here. I actually think they're pretty good donuts.
We're a fork and knife.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cut it like a pie.
Like the pie man.
Like the pie man. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that, okay.
Ah, here we go. Cheers. Now pie that brownie fruitcake.
Sorry.
That's a good donut. It's very sweet, don't get me wrong, but just the right amount of sweet for this type of donut. Like, it's not disgustingly sweet. The donut is so soft and yeasty and just the perfect amount of moist.
It's soft and fluffy. It's everything I want in a donut. And what I like about the pink sprinkle version is it's not too sickeningly sweet.
No. I will say that I prefer the maple bacon one. That's my go-to. But we figured for this video, this is the iconic pink sprinkle donut. We wanted to show off the iconic snacks here. And so that's what we went with. And it's great. I mean, on the scale of 1 to 10 Homer Simpsons, I'm gonna give this a 6. Like, it's not mind-blowing, don't get me wrong. It's a donut. It's a pink sprinkle donut. It's just really big, but it is a really good donut.
At the risk of being the grumpy one, I'm gonna give this a 5. And a lot of that is because it's a donut. It's a sprinkled donut. If you've had any donut, you know exactly what you're getting. But and it's not bad, it's middle of the road. I'm not the biggest sweets person, I'm more savory, but I will give it 5 because who doesn't like having a big donut?
So with my 6, his 5, that gives it a score of 5.5 Homer Simpsons out of 10. All right, now we've got so much more to eat. Thankfully, we're doing this video over the course of a couple days, so we can keep some stomach space going and available. So stay tuned. We'll have more food coming up next.
Thank God for the magic of editing.
Now, next up on our tour of iconic Universal Studios Hollywood snacks and treats and entrees, we have got with one of their newest items here, which is the mac and cheese cone, inspired by the mac and cheese cones at Epic Universe, now brought over here to Hollywood. This is gonna be the brisket mac and cheese here. I can't lie, I'm not expecting much. We've heard great things about the version at Epic Universe, but I've also heard not great things about the one here at Hollywood. Shout out to Kevin Heimbach, content creator, focuses on Universal. He did not have a lot of great things to say about it, but let's give it a bite. The mac and cheese itself is fine. The brisket, it's got a nice little bit of smoky taste to it. I'm worried how much mac and cheese is actually in here though for $14.
Was it $14 or was it $15.99?
$15.99, I don't remember what the heck it was. We'll put it up on the screen here momentarily, if we haven't already. That's fine.
I am a huge fan of just mac and cheese in a bread bowl. Fettuccine Alfredo in a bread bowl. So I was excited about this until I saw that video. So I'm gonna reserve judgment until I actually give it a try. But you know what? It's not
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not mind-blowing. It's mac and cheese with some shredded brisket.
I mean, the shredded brisket's actually pretty delicious.
1 minute later.
Now that we're how deep do you think this goes? Or is it all bread?
I don't know. And that was the main thing. But you know, as I'm getting deeper into this, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would.
I'm kind of in agreement with that. I think I do actually like this more than I thought I would. Because honestly, when Kevin posted his review of it, it was like half filled and like it was just all bread.
So as I'm getting mostly to the bottom, I do see the main concern that it is mostly bread, but it does look to be a little bit deeper than the one that I saw in his video. Either way, I'm all for the mac and cheese and brisket.
Let's try the bread though.
Now, people have told me that the bread is half the fun. You know what? Looking inside,
so it's not nearly as big as they made it a smaller cone.
They made it a smaller cone, but it's deeper.
Okay. I'm gonna give a bite though. I like that. That's not bad. I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised with this. I'll give it a 5 dragons or dragon eggs.
I'm gonna counter that 5 and give it 7 dragon eggs.
So that means its final score is 6 dragon eggs out of 10.
I think I can agree with that. I am actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would, and I was ready to just write it off.
Just ready to poo-poo it?
Exactly.
Figuratively and literally.
You know what? We're gonna move on. Now, this one is a shout out to Nikita from Enchanting Thrills.
I just realized we didn't say where all this stuff came from. This is all from the Mummy Eats and
It's been a morning.
It's been a morning already. My dogs are already barking.
Nikita recommended that we try the Korean corn dog from the Mummy Eats. So let's go ahead and give this a bite. Crunchy, crispy on the outside, should be cheesy. Also very long and cylindrical.
How is it?
The hot dog is delicious.
It's a Nathan's hot dog.
The batter is perfect. We haven't even gotten to the cheese that should be in the middle. One more bite here. I can get behind this.
Ooh, that's super greasy. I'm very confused because like as I try to push it down and push it up like you would a normal dog.
It's because the cheese.
Ah, so I'm squeezing the cheese, huh?
You're squeezing the cheese.
It's not bad. It's very crunchy. Dog itself, tasty Nathan's dog. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, good. Now because it's a corn dog, I'm gonna put a teeny little bit of mustard on here because I love mustard on a corn dog. Let's give it a.
Oh, there you go, cheese pull.
That cheese pull kind of just sent it over the top for me. We'll do 9 out of 10 scarabs. Paul, what would you say you're scoring this?
Okay, this might be a little premature of me to say, but I kind of want to give this one 10 scarabs. Everything about this is perfect. I love fatty, greasy foods. I love things on a stick. I love things that are crispy, crunchy. The batter is sweet.
I wish there was more dog. That's what doesn't make it a 10 out of 10 for me.
If this was the only thing that I ate here at Universal Hollywood, I would give this a 10.
I'm kind of surprised we've never got it before.
No, we haven't, because we always walk by the Mummy Eats and we're like, oh,
Right.
it's a small little takeout stand. 10 out of 10 for me. So what does that put our score at scarabs? I think 9.5.
Yes, 9.5.
9.5 scarabs. Now stay tuned, we will be back with more food from our days here at Universal.
But we're definitely gonna finish this.
But we are so gonna finish this, oh my God.
One thing we want to mention when it comes to food and drink here at Universal Studios Hollywood is that you can purchase a Coca-Cola Freestyle cup for $20 for a single cup or 2 for $36. Now, these will give you unlimited refills all day long in any of the Coke Freestyle machines, as well as many of the regular counter service food spots here at Universal. They'll fill them up for you just to show your receipt. But the Freestyle machines will automatically read the RFID chip and register that it is valid for today's use. You can even add on another day when you come back if you bring your cup back for only $13. And again, for all you can drink soda, that's a pretty darn good deal.
Mind you, that is already a selling point.
5 minutes later.
You ready?
Yep, I am ready with my Chucky's Punch. I do have to figure out, how does this Chucky's Punch taste?
I think it tastes like a carbonated fruit punch.
But will it be my friend to the end?
The escalator stops sparkle punch.
You know, it's not quite like Hawaiian Punch. You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
If you're a millennial and you grew up with those little mini half cans of Super Mario Brothers soda,
I do kind of remember that, yeah.
it does remind me of that. It reminds me, I think, of the fruit punch flavored one.
Okay.
You remember those?
Yeah, it's drier than I expected.
It is. It's not Hawaiian Punch, but it's really good. I do think it is kind of my friend to the end.
One pair of pants later.
All right, everyone, after a quick costume change, we are back here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and I am trying one of the iconic beverages from the Isla Nu-Bar. Now, this is going to be the Jurassic World Water. The Jurassic World Water is going to be gin, vodka, rum, tequila, raspberry liqueur, melon liqueur, blue curacao, grenadine, sweet and sour, and club soda. Let's give this a sip and see how it tastes. I love the layering. Okay.
I don't know if I like that reaction.
I love how it tastes. It's very tropical. It's very strong.
Is it very sweet?
It is sweet, but it's tart. It's actually pretty tart. Now, when you lick the tahini rim, it adds a little more tartness to the drink. Let's give it another sip. Okay, this is great.
My turn to try this abomination. Frankly, I'm gonna be honest, I am not a big fan on variations of a Long Island iced tea. I really like a Long Island iced tea, but most of the time, especially when it involves things like blue curacao or Midori or whatnot, I just think it's too much. Give it a taste. Oh, I hate paper straws. There's a lot of flavors going on in here, and not always all well together at the same time. It's not bad. It's actually pretty refreshing. It is very sweet. The tartness from the raspberry actually kind of cuts through that a little bit. I do love the chamoy tahini rim. I don't know if I would personally ever order this for myself. This is more for Paul. How much was this, Paul?
$21, $22-ish.
$21, $22-ish dollars. It's basically Vegas price. That's actually kind of expensive for a theme park cocktail. Usually they're under 20. All right, well, I'm gonna let you enjoy that. We'll be back with more iconic food and beverage shortly.
Hi there, everyone. I really hope that you're enjoying today's video. If you are, please consider smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and leave us a comment too, because that really helps us.
Because subscribing makes you feel good.
And while you're at it, why not watch one of our other videos after this one's over? Because that's how YouTube knows that you like our stuff. We really appreciate your love and support. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, everyone, we made another costume change because it's the next morning. And here we are now back in Super Nintendo World, and we are going to have some Toadstool Cafe to start the day. And we actually haven't had a chance to dine here yet because honestly, when we were last here, reservations were hard to get. So let's head inside and check out some tasty, tasty Super Mario themed food. Do, 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 do.
All right, everyone, we are here at Toadstool Cafe. Now, I am quite excited as a Super Mario and just Nintendo fan. I'm just excited to try the fun Mario food and just see what they've cooked up. Now, Universal is always good about doing fun-themed foods. Whether it's a hit or not, that's always to be determined, but it's always fun. And I can tell you right now, we're gonna start with this Caprese salad that is shaped like a piranha plant. A little bit of pesto here. It looks like a bit of asparagus twirled into the tomato, some basil, some cheese, got a little bit of spring mix there. Let's give it a bite. This is your standard Caprese salad. You know what you're getting with this, but I can't be mad at this. One more bite, and then I'm gonna turn it over to James.
You know, one thing I just want to point out that seems odd to me, it looks like there's ranch here, which I get it. It's a theme park. People love ranch. But normally with a Caprese, as I'm sure most of you are aware, because if you watch our channel, you clearly have good taste. Normally with a Caprese, you get like a balsamic vinaigrette of some sort, or a balsamic reduction maybe. So, ooh, it's getting like all mood lighting in here. All right, let's give this a shot though. And you know what, let's just find out this is ranch. I'm pretty sure this is.
Is it ranch?
No.
Is it Alfredo?
No.
No?
I don't know what that is, but it's like citrusy.
Oh, it might be like a creamy citrus dressing.
That really caught me off guard, but it's pretty good. I'm just gonna try a little bit with the tomato and the pesto there. Yeah. I don't quite know what's actually happening inside.
Bowser's ship came by.
Oh, Bowser's ship came by. Okay, that makes sense.
Speaking of Bowser, I went with one of their items, which is Bowser's meatball. This is a 1 pound spicy meatball with a spicy marinara sauce, a little bit of puff pastry that's shaped like Bowser, covered with cheese, and it's served with a hot sauce. Now, they do warn you at the front it's spicy, so let's give it a bite and see
find out how spicy it
let's
actually
find
is.
out how spicy it is.
Is it as good as it looks and smells? Because I can smell it from
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
it smells really good, and yes, it is spicy. I think they're using red chili flakes in it. Let's give it a little bite with the hot sauce that they provide.
I love it spicy marinara.
Oh God, spicy marinara is so good. With the hot sauce. Okay,
Not a fan. Maybe it looks like buffalo.
it's really, I think it's like a buffalo
Like
sauce.
Frank's Red Hot.
It's almost like, disclaimer here, I love spicy food, but I don't like really acidic or vinegary flavors. Not a fan of the sauce, the hot sauce, but I am a fan of this spicy marinara. I am a fan of this spicy meatball, and I can't wait to dig into this Bowser-shaped puff pastry to soak up all that spicy marinara sauce.
It is a big ball of meat. Then I also gotta say, I love that there's a cute little Bowser flag there. And I actually think the sauce, I snuck a bite earlier. The sauce itself, the marinara, is so robust. This is really good. I can't lie. I mean, so far, everything we've tried, Toadstool makes you just want to come back here again.
Moments later.
The next, we've got a Mario burger here, which is going to be basically a standard bacon cheeseburger. But we figured, we were here. Let's show something that most people can get behind. Who doesn't love a bacon cheeseburger, except if you're kosher or a vegetarian or vegan? Anyway, as you can see, it's got a cute little Mario mustache on top of the burger, as well as a cute little Mario hat, which we're totally keeping this little guy. Now, okay, so, there's some mushrooms, because, Mario looks like a special sauce. Let's go in au natural. I'm slightly worried the burger's going to be dry as, all get out. We really should stop, waiting to eat the burgers till later so we know if it's, us or them. It's so cute. I don't want to eat it, but I'm going to anyway. All right, so that's definitely on the well done side. It's not dry, but it's not the juiciest. Now, part of that could be because we have tried several other things while we let this sit for a second, but even then it should have some sort of juiciness to it. But I've had worse theme park burgers. All in all, acceptable. Now, the fries are crinkle cut, salt and pepper. What's not to love? They're French fries.
And we can't end our time here at Toadstool Cafe without a little bit of dessert. And I saw something on the menu that I really enjoy, and that is a tiramisu. Now, it is shaped like one of the little question blocks here with a little fire flower in it, and it's got a cute little whipped topping. Looks like a little bit of raspberry. Let's dig in. Now, I love tiramisu. I asked James to make one for me every birthday, get a little bit of everything and get a bite. Now, one thing I will say about this tiramisu is that it is definitely very whipped cream forward. I'm not mad at it. I still think it makes for a great dessert. It's definitely not going to be your classic tiramisu that you think of.
I want to kind of deconstruct this a little bit. I'm going to go layer by layer. So it's whipped cream. The whipped cream's not bad. It's got a nice sweetness to it. I wish it was slightly more vanilla forward, but meh. Sauvignon's perfectly salted. It's got a nice little hit to it. But again, wish there was more vanilla. Paul's right. This is fine. I think this one's skippable. That being said, let's go ahead and start giving these guys some rankings here. I'm going to say for the tiramisu, I'm going to give it 4 1-ups out of 10.
And for my ranking on the tiramisu, I am going to probably give it 5 1-up mushrooms.
That gives us an average ranking of 4.5 1-up mushrooms on the tiramisu. Let's now talk about the burger. I felt like it was a good burger. I mean, a good theme park burger. I keep my expectations fairly low when it comes to theme park burgers. I would give that 5 1-up mushrooms out of 10.
And my rating for the burger, I would probably agree with James. It's about a 5. It's middle of the road. It's great if you're picky, and it serves what it needs.
All right, now for Bowser's Spicy Meatball. That was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. The buffalo sauce is not needed. It's great on its own. I'm actually going to give this a fairly high ranking. I'm going to give it 8 1-up mushrooms.
And James also took the words out of my mouth because I was going to give Bowser's Meatball an 8 as well. I just think that, for a theme park food, that marinara sauce had no right being as good as it was.
Last but not least, we have got the Piranha plant Caprese. Also, kind of shockingly good. Don't get me wrong. It's simple. It is tomato and mozzarella and some basil and some pesto and this cute little creamy, kind of like citrusy-ish vinaigrette from what I can tell. I'm also gonna give that 8 1-up mushrooms out of 10.
I might disagree with James a little bit on that, and my rating would probably be a 7 because it's a good starter, it's shareable, it's a caprese salad, but it's a caprese salad. It's you know what you're getting with it.
With his 7, my 8, that brings it to a 7.5 1-up mushroom average ranking score out of 10. Now, we have basically demolished everything here that well, almost demolished. There's little bits here and there scattered about. All right. Now that everything has been ranked, we're gonna go ahead and finish the last few bites here, and we're gonna keep moving because now we gotta walk this off before we go to our next food stop because there's still more iconic Universal foods to try and rank for you. Next up on our snack food quest here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we are trying the Felonius Float. Now, this is found at the Minion Cafe. Now, this was a special request by our pals, Random Recess. Check out their channel. Now, this is going to be blue raspberry Fanta Icy, banana soft serve, looks like banana candy. Frankly, I don't like artificial banana. I think I'm gonna hate this, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I don't hate it as much as I thought I was going to, but I would never buy it myself.
Does it taste like artificial banana?
That flavor in my mouth is driving me insane already.
Well, I'm excited to give it a try because I do love artificial banana. Let's go ahead and give this a sip. Oh, that's artificial banana. It's definitely refreshing. You know what this reminds me of? My childhood.
Yeah, like when I was a little kid, like before I could like swallow pills or whatever. I remember there being a antibiotic I had to take periodically that they would like give an artificial banana flavor to it. Not a fan. I'm gonna let you rank it because I don't like artificial banana, so that's not fair.
I have a question though. Like, would King Kong enjoy this?
Probably. He'd need a much bigger one though. I
like the throwback to nostalgia of my childhood. So I would probably say, if you have kids, I would rate this probably a 6 or 7.
6, 7.
If you're like me and you just are maybe a little jaded on sweets, I'd give it a 5. It's middle of the road, it's not bad, but I think I would not come back and order one.
All right, now that monstrosity is out of the way, let's see what else we can find. Alrighty, everyone. Now, before we continue today's video, we want to take a moment to discuss a very important subject that's very, very near and dear to our hearts. Now, it's no secret that J.K. Rowling has, in the recent years, come out with some very diverse views when it comes to our trans brothers and sisters. Now, we here, James and Paul Try It All, believe that trans rights are human rights, and unfortunately, J.K. Rowling has gone to great lengths to try and set back trans rights both in her home country of England and abroad. On that note, in order to combat this and try and feel better about ourselves, featuring, things here in the Harry Potter land, because we don't want the creatives behind the Harry Potter land here at Universal to suffer. A portion of proceeds from this video will be donated to a charity that J.K. Rowling is sure to hate because she's a bitch.
Fish and chips time.
All right, so we have grabbed a seat here at the Free Broomsticks, which I just want to point out is always an ordeal. And I don't know if it's just because this place is popular or maybe there's just not enough seats, but I think it's popular. It's because it's popular. People want the whole Harry Potter experience, but it's, for the most part, kind of, I don't want to say basic, but it's your standard kind of British pub-style food. However, today we are going with 2 of the most popular items, including one that we know is, or I've been told is done very well, the fish and chips, and then a classic butter beer. Now, we've had the butter beer before. I know what it tastes like. I know what my opinion is on it, and it's not a strong one. Paul, though, loves it, so we'll let him tackle that momentarily. I'm gonna start with the fishy chippies, which is a personal favorite of mine. I have strong feelings on any fish and chips. I feel like I should fork and knife this and be proper, but meh. Got a good crispy batter, all right? Smells delicious. We haven't tried the fish and chips yet, but I hear they're really good. Let's do it au naturel first. I want to point out, that's a really good fish to batter ratio. The batter should be thin but crisp, so good job there. Fish is not overcooked. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's soft, it's tender, kind of melts in your mouth. Has an okay flavor, it's not the strongest flavor, but it's white fish, so I'm assuming it's cod. Now, tartar sauce always immediately makes fish and chips better, so let's give that a little dunk. Once you add the tartar, it's a good fish and chip.
I'm already loving how crispy the batter is on the outside. Let's give it a taste.
You look like you're enjoying that.
And this isn't the best fish and chips that I've had. I mean, I've had way better fish and chips in Vegas.
We've made way better
better fish and chips in our own deep fryer. But I have to give them props for theme park fish and chips. Again, we're at a theme park. It doesn't taste too oily. I do love the little bits of sea salt on it. It's not a bad fish and chip. Now, because on our channel, we always try things, you know, with a little I hate tartar sauce. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little dunk here.
I love tartar sauce.
Give it a taste.
Now, if you really want to,
Oh God, no.
that you want to try it all, Paul.
Oh, no malt vinegar though. That
Okay, what if I malt vinegar?
you can malt vinegar yours.
Because I know that there's going to be some of you fish and chips, you know, aficionados in the comments that are going to be like, why didn't you use malt vinegar? Let's do it.
That's all you.
I hate malt vinegar, to be honest. I like vinegar and other things. All right, you know what? That surprised me. Maybe it's been so long since I've had malt vinegar, I do actually like it now. The smell still is nauseating. I can't stand it. And I think part of the reason why I've always said I don't like malt vinegar, many years ago, over 20, in one of my first jobs ever, I was carrying a case full of bottles of malt vinegar, and I was unloading, you know, an order that we had received in a restaurant I worked for, and I dropped the case of malt vinegar bottles, and they shattered everywhere. 12 bottles of malt vinegar everywhere all over the floor that I then had to mop up, and the kitchen reeked of malt vinegar for like the entire day. I wanted to throw up every time I walked past the spot where I dropped the case. So for the longest time, I thought, I don't like malt vinegar. Maybe I do. That was pretty good. So yeah, with the malt vinegar, the tartar sauce, the lemon, a standout fish experience for a theme park.
But wait, there's more.
You know, I realized we didn't try the chips, so I'm gonna go back to something I know I'll enjoy, and let's get a chippy in there. Myself as an American, I don't know there's a difference between chips and French fries, because they're all fries to me. That's fine. I wish they were crispier on the outside, but it's nice and soft and pillowy and potatoey on the inside. Decent amount of salt. Yeah.
1 minute later.
I always talk about how much I love sweet things. Like, I love sweet, sugary things. I don't like butterscotch. It is too sweet, and I really don't like butterbeer. But it is a quintessential, classic, universal theme park treat at this point because of, you know, the Harry Potter land. So let's do it. God, that makes my teeth hurt. It tastes like eating frosting. There's nothing wrong with it, but for me, that's just not a flavor I like. It is so sweet. If you like that though, it's good. I like the creaminess.
I've tried this before and I enjoy it. So cheers. Pinkies out. Butterscotch. Take me away. It's almost like drinking what butterscotch pudding tastes like in a semi-carbonated beverage with some sweet foam on top. You know, I can get behind it. So now we're gonna get to rating the fish and chips. My rating on the fish and chips in Golden Snitches, I think I give it 7 Golden Snitches because it's great. It's not the best I've had, but for a theme park, to be able to get fish and chips in a theme park,
That's not bad.
as for the butterbeer, let's give it 8.
All right, guys, my turn to give my rankings here, and then we'll figure out the final scores. For the fish and chips, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8, but because it's a theme park fish and chips, that's not bad. So with my 8, Paul's 7, that gives it an average score of 7.5 Golden Snitches out of 10. The butterbeer, can't lie. I don't like butterbeer. I never have. I never will. However, I know that there's a lot of you out there that do like the butterbeer. In order to be fair, I'm not gonna give it like an immediate 1, which is my own personal ranking. I'm gonna give it a 3. So with Paul's 8, my 3, that gives us a average score of 5.5 Golden Snitches out of 10. Now that we're gonna wrap up here at the 3 Broomsticks, we've got more snacks to show you. We've been having such a blast trying all the iconic Universal food, and we still got a few good ones coming up soon that I'm really excited to check out. And then just some other fun Universal stuff. Don't go anywhere.
All right, everyone, for our next food here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we are here in Springfield. And what's the most Springfield thing we could have? A Duff beer. And because Surly only looks out for one person, Surly, let's go check out our beer. That's a Simpsons deep cut.
What are you looking at?
All right, everyone, we are here at the Duff Beer Garden. I am finally going to try my first ever Duff beer. And this is the Dufftoberfest, which is a German-style Marzen beer. Now, I'm a big fan of a Marzen-style beer, so let's give this a sip and see how it fares.
Probably not gonna be as good as what you find at Hofbrau House.
No, definitely not as good as what I would find at Hofbrau House, which if you are in Vegas, go to Hofbrau House. It is a blast. It's definitely hoppy.
I'm imagining it tastes like a Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
It kind of does. I'm liking it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of like spice in there from what I can tell. So I went with a classic Duff. Now this is going to be a lager. What they specifically even described is similar to a Sam Adams lager. Coming from New England originally, I am quite familiar with Sam Adams Boston Lager. Let's give it a taste. It's bitter on the hoppier side, very crisp. If you were to give this to me blindfolded next to a Sam Adams Boston Lager, I'm not sure if I could tell the difference. You know, if you just want to feel that, if you want to get on with your Simpsons vibe, get in touch with your inner Homer, and have a Duff. This is a great way to do it. It's cute, it's fun, and it's beer.
The only thing missing is Mo the bartender.
All in all, I'm gonna give this 7 pink sprinkled donuts because I am biased and I love The Simpsons. I love that I can get a Duff beer.
Now for my rating, I would rate my Dufftoberfest. I think I'm gonna give this one a 7 as well, just because it's fun. I'm feeling that Simpsons vibe, and it's not a bad beer. The only thing they're missing here is Lady Duff, Raspberry Duff,
Duff Dry,
Duff Light, and maybe a little burp from Barney Gumble.
I mean, you can hear it in the background.
I know, well, we have noise cancel on.
That's true. We're gonna finish our beer, and then we're gonna go get something that goes really good with beer after we're done with the beer.
I'm excited for that.
Now for our next Universal Studios Hollywood snack, my friends, we have gone with a giant Bavarian pretzel with everything seasoning here. Very excited. This is a huge pretzel. We of course had to get some cheese because what's a pretzel without a little cheese or mustard on the side? And get some extra seasoning there. Buttery. Dip. It's just the pretzel by itself. That's a good pretzel. Now a little dunk into the plastic cheese sauce. Honestly, the cheese sauce is lackluster. The pretzel's delightful. I would have rather had a little mustard with it, but good. Do another bite here. They also offer just a regular salted pretzel if you don't want the everything seasoning here. But Paul's an extra bitch, so.
I mean, I like my everything seasoning.
You do.
I really do.
You use it all the time at home.
If you're ever at Trader Joe's and it's not always there, but it's sometimes there. It's called Everything But the Bagel. It's so good, and I use it in my oatmeal all the time. It's delicious.
That's weird.
You can put some in your oatmeal with a little bit of butter, and you have the perfect, just savory oatmeal for breakfast.
I'll stick to apples and brown sugar in my oatmeal.
Now, I want to say I am excited about this pretzel. I've seen Mouse Vibes show it off in their videos. Every time we're watching their little snack videos, I'm like, we gotta try this pretzel on a future Universal trip, and now we're finally doing it. So this is a shout out to Nick and Ashley, just cause, yeah, we love watching their content, and hey, big ass pretzel. Honestly, I shouldn't have ripped myself off by paying $2 for the queso. It's okay.
Right.
It's toasty. It's just basic Tostitos cup of queso. But the pretzel is really good. Like, I am here for this pretzel. Do keep in mind, this pretzel is not cheap, but you are getting a giant pretzel served in a pizza box. One more bite for good measure. So James, if I was to ask you, what would you rate it on a scale of everything bagels?
It's a little dry for my taste. I wish that they would have served it with a complimentary mustard or something like that, as a pretzel should be. 6.5 on everything bagels.
I was gonna say 6. It's fun for the novelty. I do like the everything bagel seasoning.
So that's 6 and a quarter everything bagels.
I can agree with that. I mean, it's not gonna be the best snack you're gonna have here at Universal, but it's big. And it will soak up some of the Duff beer that we had earlier.
We're gonna knock out as much of this pretzel as we possibly can because we never like to waste food. But admittedly, this might just be too much for us to handle. We may have bitten off more than we can chew, so to speak. So once we're done here, we're gonna go ahead and hit up at least one more stop before wrapping up this video. If you're still watching, we thank you guys so much. Really, we appreciate it. Like I said, we got at least one more stop to show you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video.
All right, everyone. So this is the last snack that we are going to do here. Now, I want to go ahead and say that this has been a marathon of food, but I am glad that we are here at the final stop. Now, we decided to stop at the Power Up Cafe, which is over by the front of the park. Now, I decided to start us off with the Fire Flower Fizz, which is going to be a mango habanero fizzy drink. We have a little effervescent bomb that we're gonna drop inside. Now, they did say to drop it inside and stir, and it's gonna change the flavor of the drink. So let's drop the Fire Flower inside. Up, see the color starting to change. Up, it's breaking up. This is a lot of fun. I definitely have to give it props for the fun factor. Let's give it a sip. Okay, the Fire Flower is what adds the mango habanero flavor. This is delicious. It's not overtly spicy, but you are getting a little bit of tingle from it. I'm getting the little sensation of the popping pearls. This is just a fun beverage.
I'm not a mango kind of guy, so sometimes mango stuff is not kind of win for me, but let's find out. I do like habanero though. That's pretty darn good. That's effervescent and refreshing. Yeah, no, I like this. This is good. Anyway, let's talk about our next item. This is going to be the one-up mushroom calzone. Now, this is gonna be spinach, green pepper, basil pesto.
Now, they also offer a regular red mushroom, which is basically a pizza calzone.
Yeah.
And knowing us, we just needed something a little different than just basic pizza.
Loaded with spinach. I'm not angry at that in the slightest. I mean, is it the best calzone I ever had? No. Is it a fun, cute, themed little snack with some tasty spinach and green pepper and pesto with it? Yes, it is. I'd get this again. Absolutely. I love the cute theming to it. I love the cheese on the outside to make the mushroom dots there.
Would you say that it gave you an extra life?
I don't know if it's giving me extra life or not. I'm pretty exhausted at this point, so we were like at Universal Studios yesterday for like 18 hours. I'm really tired.
Well, let me give it a try.
Yeah, why don't you try? Isn't that surprisingly good?
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly good with a caveat. You have to really, really like cooked spinach.
I love cooked spinach.
I mean, again, though, like if you are not a person that likes really, really cooked spinach, then this might not be the one for you. You might want to go with the pizza one. It kind of reminds me of almost like a spanakopita in a calzone.
It does kind of remind me of that.
It's almost like having a spanakopita in a calzone. I think the further I'm getting, the more I'm enjoying it. I can get behind this. This is a good segue to say that this has been a fun weekend trying to make this video. So we do want to thank you so much for sticking through and seeing all this fun food being reviewed. And we do also hope that gives you some inspiration when you come here to Universal Studios Hollywood. With that all said, we will be back with our final thoughts unless by some reason we decide to stop and find some more food.
So more food didn't happen, and after 48 hours in the park, we decided to throw in the towel. In fact, we were so tired by the end of it all that we forgot to score the Fire Flower Fizz and the one-up calzone. So to keep it short and sweet, we're just gonna go with a score of 6 for both of them because while delicious, the Fire Flower Fizz was very expensive for a soda, and the calzone, while delicious, just doesn't beat out that Korean corn dog, fish and chips, or the other Super Mario themed foods at Toadstool Cafe. But it was a great grab-and-go option. And while we often try to provide our final thoughts in each video, on this visit we were just so beat that we somehow forgot to film them. So let's take a quick look at what we rated as the best snacks at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it's no surprise that the Korean corn dog at the Mummy Eats stand took the #1 spot. It was crispy, crunchy, cheesy, and delivered on both texture and flavor. In spot number 2 was Bowser's Fireball at Toadstool Cafe, which again, I see so many vloggers say it was way too spicy, but I honestly think it could be a little bit spicier, with the caveat that you just don't mix the buffalo sauce and the marinara together. So Universal, if you are watching this, that Fireball doesn't need the buffalo sauce. Just up the heat level in the marinara and you're good to go. The fish and chips at 3 Broomsticks take spot number 3, and for theme park fish and chips, these met the mark. They were fun, in theme, and you don't often see fish and chips offered at theme parks. The plus is that I went in expecting not to be thrilled, but was pleasantly surprised. Again, it's not knock your socks off, but it met the assignment. That Piranha plant salad took spot number 4, and for a theme park salad, it was fun, delicious, and made for a perfect starter. The dressing was also a situation of looks can be deceiving, and something that looked like ranch turned out to be a delicious citrus dressing. And finally, at number 5, we have the Duff beer, and admittedly, as huge Simpsons fans, we just have to be a bit biased. Yes, it's just a beer, but how often can you say that you had the Duff beer? Now, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon for notifications. Thank you again for the support, love, and we hope you enjoyed this foodie-packed look at fun foods at Universal Hollywood. And until next time, have a great one.
You know that this shark can swallow a whole.
Yes, yes. I also know that's not the shark.
I was hoping this was the shark. You know, we could reopen the beaches, but according to Quint, I think you're right.
I think you're the only one that has common sense on this island.
I think you're going to need a bigger boat.
That's what I keep telling him. He doesn't listen to me.
Well, I did like you at one point.
Well, do you have a boat yourself?
No.
Because you can't say nothing until you got
No, exactly. This is true.